continuing the Grand Snake Adventures. We are speedrunning Nova Drift again in the Wild Draft category. Scoop a weapon and a shield, find the Leviathan, attempt to do a build. I'm getting Rampage. Getting that many Rampages right off the bat is kind of nice. 4 Grandeurs. Okay, now we definitely need a couple more Rampages. This, I think, is going somewhat well, but we just need to make sure we get all the parts that we want. Hidden Power, pretty important. Blink. We don't want the Streamline. We don't actually want any of this stuff. Concentrated Blast might have actually been a misplay, because we are kind of using the crash damage to deal with... Okay, Defiance, pretty bad. Discord Orb's quite good. Deflag. Do we even have Dying Star yet? We also don't have all the Blink stuff. We got another 10 levels. Corrosion probably fine. Strafe. There's Void Slice. Did we get Hidden Power yet? I don't really want any of these. Okay. So let's just see if this works out. We are somewhat fast. We are a pretty grand snake. We did have an explosive growth of being grand, which is pretty nice for a snake. We have the Discord Orbs. I think we got the Blast Radius inversion thing. I hope we got... I don't... Yeah. Often don't have to worry about all the choices you get in both the Quantum Decoherence and an Explosive Growth. We did not get the knockback inversion thing because these guys bounced away, which means that this guy might be a bit of a dead run. But yeah, the... Where are these guys? Come on, get on the screen. This will all work better if you get on the screen and we can kill you faster. But yeah, because of the Explosive Growth and the Discord Orbs and things like that, we kind of have to be a little more careful about exactly what we're drafting at each point, because it's entirely possible that we will see drafting options that never come back, and we actually can't reroll because we got picked up the Quantum Decoherence. Oh well, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But yeah, so we are trying to do a deflag thing rather than an exploding shield thing, which often works reasonably well, although we did take the Concentrated Blast, so we're not going to be doing... Like, those explosions aren't going to be quite as large as they could be. But otherwise we'd want to try and go fast by, yeah, making everything explode quickly, doing a lot of void slicing just to get around the place, because it is still a snake that needs to get to places to hurt things. And we also want to pick up the orbs because we have a very mod-hungry build at this point. Dreadnought is fine. Yeah, we have a very mod-hungry build. We do kind of need the explosive growths and the revelations and the things like that to get enough mods to do everything that we want to. And then also, the 5th tier of Ataraxia is pretty big for us. And so we want to have those 5 unspent levels by the time we get to the Wave 240 boss as well. And we're on the way to doing that because... You know, Quantum Decoherence is pretty big for that. I think we've got pretty much everything we want in the build except for the weird wild mod that reverses the knockback. Because at the moment when we're punching things, they're kind of bouncing away from us. And we would much prefer that we would punch things with the giant snake and they would get pulled into the snake. Because then we can do more crash damage. And... yeah, the goals at the moment are to get this entire run done in under 10 minutes, which is pretty fast. Like our previous PB was 10:27 or something, and the world record is now faster because we've got like weird construct builds and stuff like that in the meta now. That was kind of always going to happen, but I think we can still go faster than we had previously with aggressive void slices and a decent build here and all that kind of stuff, and good wave luck and all those kinds of things. Yeah, so we've got about 120 waves to push through. We start at 120 and the last boss is at 240. And if we want to get all that done in under 10 minutes, we're looking at about 5 seconds per wave, which is usually pretty fine for most of these ones, but it sort of highlights how much of a problem... Oh, second Dreadnought. Second Dreadnought is also fine. Highlights how much of a problem the waves are that take a while to get on screen slowly. Like the slow mines and the slow hammerheads and all that kind of stuff. These guys get on screen fast enough, it's fine. And yeah, these shielded guys, if we've got 5 seconds to, in kind of the time budget to set personal bests, and these guys are just turning up and being invulnerable for a chunk of that, that's, yeah, it's not super great. But then again, there's waves like that we can be in a good position with the giant snake to pop instantly. So overall, sure. Yeah, shielded dudes, oh well. And there are other directions that we can also do this displacement thing in. We can go sideways and I think backwards as well. I'm just pretty much only ever displacing forwards because that's what we need most of the time. The opportunities in this for a grand snake to jump sideways for a strong benefit are comparatively rare. Okay, so we are even bigger now because we have, yeah, the snake body is bigger, the health bar is bigger. We just get all of these guys. Yeah, sure. 624 is, yeah, we kind of wanted to be pushing through wave 200 at closer to the 6-minute mark. We are not necessarily where we would have liked to be. We've got to get this shield guy first. That's okay. No one got a shield. And yeah, the significant increase in snake size and also hit points as we got the level 5 Ataraxia bonus is why we wanted to make sure that was done before we got to the wave 240 boss, which we have. That's fine. We're just mostly complaining about being slow, but we are pretty grand. Like, this is these shield guys being a nuisance. This is a pretty grand snake that we are pretty happy about. And yeah, there are some other tricks about piloting Leviathan as well. Like, all the enemies will generally form their attacks. Yeah, that's why we have deflag. Deflag is pretty good. All the enemies will generally form their attack paths with respect to the face of the snake, and then accidentally get rid of the shield guys, accidentally drive themselves into the rest of the snake body, which is a trick that we can sometimes use. Were I better at snake, it would be easier to do, and we should have void sliced past that guy instead of into that guy. Can you please? There we go. Yeah, all of those snakes exploding more or less instantly is one of the reasons why we like having deflag. And then, yeah, these are the slow waves that really cost us a lot of time, especially in draft. Especially in draft where we've got pretty much, I say pretty much all the mods we want, having just previously made a point about how many more mods we wanted, but that's kind of a build-specific thing. Like, when you are pushing through waves as fast as a draft speedrun does, these other waves that take a bit of extra time to get on screen are the main nuisance. We did get rid of the shield guy. I think that's one of the other kind of litmus tests of whether or not I'm happy with any particular draft run is, are we pushing down each wave in 5 seconds or thereabouts, but also, do any guys ever get any shields? Because we kind of want to be doing all of this fast enough to make sure that no shields ever get deployed to... that we always deal with all of the shield bros. So we might be okay here. We've got the boss here, for which we want to do a bunch of void slicing, and we are done. 9:31 or thereabouts. That's a pretty good speed. I think we're happy with that. That's nearly a minute of personal best. So that's a pretty exciting time for a Grand Snake. We are the grandest of snakes. We just destroyed the other Grand Snake. There's still a weird thing about the draft speedrun timer, but never mind. There's an outro cutscene, but whatever. And yeah, we did pretty well there. Oh, we got, yeah, that's why we were so grand. We had the revelation and also the explosive growth and also the quantum decoherence into 4 grandeurs. Yeah, 4 rampages, and we still felt like we were a little bit slow. So yeah, that's a grand snake. It was a good time. We are fast.